trying to get this little thing to work. Hopefully it will. Okay, I just made the lecture slides in modules available right now. So if you guys will go to Canvas and pull those up, we'll start to talk about what we're going to do this week. Okay. This is not working. All right, anyway. So do you have that pulled up? What we're going to do this week, let's see, last week we had you write a prediction section and a method section for your experiments, right? And then I told you to go ahead and start getting your experiment together for data collection this week. And hopefully you've been doing that. Does anyone in class now have your slides ready to go?
Not 100%, so I still need to make them all the same size.
Okay, good. So you have all the like 12 signal and 12 signal absence. Okay. All right, and then Danielle, have you got yours or no? Okay. All right, so that'd be the first thing you want to do because on Canvas, if you go there for assignments, you will see that this time we're going to have experimental materials needed for one of the assignments this week. Well, the assignment this week, I guess. And so you want to put your experiment together and then turn that in. Try to do it early this week, and that way I can go ahead and make comments on it and you know, have it ready for you. Okay. I also posted the experiment on the SONA website for the intro students who will be you know, taking your experiments. So we don't know how many of those people will be available to take your signal detection experiment, but you know, have it ready, and then I'll send you their email contact, and you can contact them and arrange a time that they can participate. Okay. All right. So what we need to do today then is in class, I'd like you to go ahead and get your experimental materials ready to turn in, okay? Because what's turned in this week is your experiment. And then I'm going to give you feedback and I'll edit it or you will edit it actually before you send it out to your family, friends, and coworkers, but also to these students from intro psychology that want to take it. Okay. There is one thing that I wanted to review, and that is if you'll go back to Canvas and modules, you'll see that there's a second thing there called Week 4 Data Sheet Example. And this data sheet will kind of guide you through the process of getting your, data. Once you start collecting data from your participants, you'll be able to enter stuff in the spreadsheet and kind of write over what I have here and use that to calculate your B prime and C measures, okay? And so the way I've got this spreadsheet arranged is, you might have, I don't know, 10 or 12 participants, maybe up to 20. I don't know how eager you are to collect data or how many people you know, but that's a possibility. And then in the second column here, I have age. So again, you'll want to ask people's age and gender, okay? So in the third column, I have gender, and you'll want to make sure that you go ahead and add that in and dummy code it, okay? I think in this example, I have dummy coded men as 1 and women as 2. So you could do that. And then you can count, how many men, how many women you have. And then if you have some people who don't identify, then you probably won't put a dummy code there, okay? So that's the way I've set up this spreadsheet. Now, do you recall how to calculate hit rate? You'll probably want to put in your hits, misses, false alarms, and correct rejections for each participant going across the row, right? And then I've already got a formula under hit rate that says, equal the number of hits divided by 12 and the number of misses divided by 12 for false alarm rate, or number of false alarms divided by 12, okay, in that false alarm rate column. So that'll automatically calculate those for you after you put in hits, misses, false alarms, and correct rejections. And then down at the bottom, you'll get an average hit rate and a standard deviation of the hit rate. And then you'll get an average false alarm rate and a standard deviation of the false alarm rate there at the bottom. Okay? So this spreadsheet's kind of set up where you can just automatically calculate all these things. And then after you get all of your participants done, you'll have the average number of hits, the average number of misses, average false alarms, average correct rejections. And you can enter those in that online calculator that I had in, I think it was week 2 lecture or something like that. And then you can calculate B prime and C based on what you enter on that website, okay? All right, so does everyone understand how to do this? Okay, all right, good. So, in your method section, I know you've written a method, but after you get all of your participants run, then you'll want to put the average age and the average or in the standard deviation of age in the method, and also how many men and how many women were in the study. Okay, so you want to report those in the method. Okay, and then in results, and I'll talk about how to write that up next week, but in results, you're going to be putting in these different items like hit rate, false alarm rate, and D prime and C in the results section. Okay. All right, so this gives you an idea. As you collect data, you'll want to go ahead and put in the data as you get them back. Okay. All right, so that's that. So what I want you to do now is go ahead and start creating, if you haven't already started, start creating your stimuli and get your experiment together and then get that submitted to them. Okay, so we're gonna have to take this this hour to go ahead and do that. Okay, very good. And then Wednesday, I think what I'll do is I'll have the entire class participate in each other's studies. So if you go to discussions in Canvas, you'll see we have that introductions link there. And what you can do is click on that and then say, who wants to do my experiment? Okay, and then somebody will reply in that discussion. And, you know, if you don't have enough friends or family members or coworkers to do your study, then other class members can do it. Okay. All right, so you want to do that too. All righty, so let's just take the rest of the class to create your experiment and get those submitted on Canvas. Okay. And if you have any questions as we go, just call out your questions.